Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Davis and beyond. Currently here in Winters at the Grand Princonian. So glad that you chose to spend your Sunday morning with us. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. We're just so happy you're here. Let's get things going with a little Eddie Watkins. It says, I am the place where God lives. I am the place where God lives. Moves and breathes and has his being. I am the place where God shows up. Pretty simple. That's good. I'm the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I'm the place where God shows up. Try and stand here. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has his being. I'm the place where God shows up. Place where God moves and breathes and has his being. Here we go. I'm the place where God lives. Moves and breathes and has his being. I'm the place where God's winter. Yeah. I'm the place where God moves and breathes and has his being. I'm the place where God So, what?
All right, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Davis and beyond. We are so glad that you're here. My name is Rev David Clark. I'm the senior minister here at CSL Davis. And again, welcome. So I was going to mention something and it just flittered right out of my mind. So it'll come back. So I'll reserve that. Stick a pin in that for later. Welcome to everyone. Welcome to our online audience. We've had a lot of online strife trying to get our streaming going, and it has happened. This time, everything is in place, and streaming is going very well, and that is a blessing. So, hallelujah. Welcome online people on Facebook and YouTube, and welcome to everyone here. And a special welcome to any first-time visitors that we might have in the house. And if you're a first-time visitor, would you raise your hand? Okay, if you are shy and you're a first-time visitor, we have got a lovely gift in the back for you, our brand new hot off the presses newsletter that will tell you about everything that's happening here at CSL Davis. And I happen to know the newsletter editor, and I know that she worked very hard on this. Isn't that right, honey? Yes, she did. So please partake of the newsletter. So right now I want to, if you're new here, if you're new to the philosophy of science of mind, I just want to tell you about some of the things that we believe and practice here at CSL Davis. Number one, we believe that love is all there is. Love is all there is. Everything is a call for love, an expression of love, a yearning for love. Love is involved with everything that you see around you and everything that touches your life. Love is also touched. So love is all there is. Number two, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. And thoughts are things. Everything that you see around you today has been preceded by thought. Every material thing was first a thought. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe here in this philosophy, and making sure that our thoughts are actually things that we want to see in the world, because manifestation follows our thought. Our thoughts don't follow manifestation. It's the other way around. We must think it before it is. Number three, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete, exactly as you are right now. No matter what's happening in your life, no matter what's going on, no matter what decisions you've made, no matter what the outward condition is, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete. And why do we think this? We believe this basically because we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source. God is whole, perfect, and complete. So God only creates wholeness, perfection, and completeness. So we believe that about ourselves, and that's how we approach the world, and we believe that about you. Number four, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. It's not a world that we're trying to make twist and turn and make work for everybody. The world works. The world works on cause and effect and love and law and operates quite logically. And so all we're doing here is studying those rules, studying how the world works, and using that to bring good into our own lives. So now it's our namaste time. And you may or may not have been here, but I got educated on namaste. And I've always been told that it's the God in me recognizing the God in you, and that's what it means. But that is not what it means. It really only means that I bow to you. That I bow to you. So what we want to do is bow to each other, but do so knowing that we bow as a whole, complete, perfect being, bowing to another whole, complete, and perfect being. And so we do that with namaste, and we bow. And if you're open to it, we can hug, we can shake hands, we can fist bump, whatever you're comfortable with, or we just put our hands together and namaste each other. So let's have our namaste time. Oh, that is so nice. Just to look at people with intent. You ever do that? You ever go out into the world and you're meeting new people? Do you go into every relationship knowing your wholeness, your perfection, your completeness, and knowing that about the other person, purposely, consciously? It's really transformative, and it changes the way your relationship develops. So I recommend it outside of the center, doing that in your everyday life, greeting everybody, knowing who and what they are first. So now I want to invite our practitioner of the day, Bobby Bolden, to give us our mission, our vision, and today's affirmation.
Good morning and namaste. Our vision. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So I invite you to repeat that with me, and it's on the screen. Our vision, to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And I will read it once and ask you to repeat it. Mission, to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. All right, together, to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. Wow. Now we get the connection. Wow, great. I am the hero of my journey. Let's all say that. Hero of my journey. All right. That sounds great. Sounds like great talk today. Right, thank you. So now I invite Diane Cataldi, our board president, and she will give us our announcements.
Good morning, everyone. We're glad you're here. Okay, our announcements for today is the first one. Yes. We are planning a Thanksgiving potluck, and that hopefully will be on Friday, Saturday, November 19th. And we are still looking for a place to have that. And so we don't have a location or a time, but it is coming. And so we are planning on the Saturday, November 19th. And once we get a place, there'll be an email that will go out, and it'll be a thread of an email, and people can just respond and say, oh, I can bring this and I can bring that. CSLD has done that for quite a few years, and it's just a nice time to get together with everyone and to be grateful for everything that's happened this wonderful year. The next item is we are also planning a mid-winter cabaret, and this will be the second one because we've had one last year and it was very amazing. And the date on that one that we're planning is December 2nd, and that's a Friday, and that will be from 7 to 9, and it will be here. And so if you're interested in being involved with that, you can contact Heather Clark today. She's here after service, and they are planning a meeting this week. So if you want to help organize it, or if you want to be a part of it, give Heather a call or visit with her. And again, that's going to be on December 2nd. Okay, we had our new name visioning session this week, and it was on Zoom, and we had a good turnout, and Reverend David facilitated that, and we had a bunch of questions, and people meditated on them, and I wrote them all down, and now I need to type them up and get them out to everybody. So that is coming. But if you want to be a part of that, also let us know, because we are planning on having that figured out by the end of November. Okay, let's see. All right. Always, there's volunteer opportunities available, so you can talk with me or Reverend David or Heather Clark or just about Heather Flores. Everyone's raising their hand. You bet. Sounds good. The other thing is this Thursday, we have a lot going on. We have, which is the 10th, we have our gratitude group that meets from 4:30 to 5:30. And that is at the Davisville Apartments Community Room, which the address is 1221 Kennedy Place. And June Robinson heads that up. Thank you, June. And it's just a nice little get together. We try to keep it at from 4:30 to 5:30, where we just practice some gratitude principles. And June, being a Buddhist, brings in that philosophy, which is really interesting. So join us if you can for that also. Okay, I think that's everything. Thank you.
Thanks, Diane. All right, now we want to enter into the more contemplative part of our service. And to get us started on this peaceful path, we have Heather Clark with today's sacred reading. And then we'll have prayer and then today's message.
Good morning. These first two, I have to say, I have to go off script here. Joseph Campbell. These first two are from Joseph Campbell. I have to say, this, you know those aha moments you have in life? In college, this was my first aha moment. The writings of Joseph Campbell changed my life. So anyway, the first one, you are the hero of your own story, by Joseph Campbell. The second one, we must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Also Joseph Campbell. Nothing can be nearer to you than that which is the very essence of your being. Your outward search culminates in the greatest of all possible discoveries. Finding God at the center of your own being. This is from Ernest Holmes, from Holmes' Readings on Practical Wisdom, page 18.
Let's take a moment and turn within. You may lower your gaze, close your eyes, and just relax in your seat as we enter into this time of prayer. This morning, I'm just so filled with gratitude for the light, the coolness. I'm knowing the Spirit is here. I feel Spirit as the wind blows and touches my body. I'm knowing the Spirit is here as I breathe in the fresh air. And I'm grateful for this morning. I'm knowing that Spirit is here as I see people moving about. And I'm grateful for this. So standing in this place of gratitude, I am just remembering the truth. Remembering the truth within my own being. Remembering the truth and turning into my own heart and my own soul. Remembering the truth that God is all there is, and God is all there ever was, and God is all there ever will be. God may be known by many names: Allah, Muhammad, Jesus the Christ, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Divine Presence. Any name that you might want to call this presence is here now. This all-knowing presence is all intelligent. It is all powerful. And it flows in and around everything that exists. I'm knowing that this presence is all loving, expressing itself as unconditional love, expressing itself as a place that we can always turn into, expressing itself as home, a place where we can know that we are loved, know that we are cared for, know that we are supported, know that we are safe. Yes, this presence is here with us, with each and every one of us, flowing into and around my life and all lives. Yes, I am knowing that this presence is truly the essence of my being, for I am an expression of the one love, the one life. And I'm knowing that each one of us here is a divine expression of this one life, this one love. And this one life and one love is always expressing itself as wisdom, as truth, as peace, as health, as wholeness, as divine right action, divine right activity, always expressing itself as a place where we can turn to and go within and call home. Yes, and as I'm standing in here, knowing that I am home in this grand Princeonium, I'm knowing that we are one. I am one with the presence. There is no separation. I'm knowing that each one of you is one with the presence. There's no separation. We are one. The divine presence encircles each one. We are expanded and filled with the joy and the love of Spirit. As we stand in this joy and in this peace and in this love, I speak a word of blessing today. I bless everyone who's come here early to set up for our service today. I know that each one is imbued with the very grace of God, and each one has brought a special gift. I bless our musicians, Billy Clark, Erica, for their beautiful music, and I'm knowing that Spirit is flowing through their voices, flowing through their fingers, that they are being the expression that God sent them here to be today. Bless our technical team today. I bless Patrick, I bless Mary. Yes, God is in them and assuring that we are live streaming, assuring that we can hear the service today, assuring that everything is in order. I bless our usher greeters, our board president, our special sacred leader. And I bless each one of you. Oh, I know you are here to hear these blessed words that are coming from our minister, Rev David Clark. I know that he is speaking words that are falling on ears that are open to the message and ready to receive. And I know that his message is one that is brought to you from the very presence of Spirit, that every word that he's speaking has been ordained for you to hear today. Those of you in this service, those of you online, oh, I know that Reverend David is coming with a heart filled with mind filled with joy, a spirit filled with wisdom. Yes, I know that this message is perfect for this day. And as we are blessed and as we hear this message, we are uplifted, we are lifted, and we are expanding in our consciousness. We are moving outward. We know that Spirit is blessing us and blessing everyone we come in contact with. Yes, our service is uplifting and holding us so that we feel safe, so that we can go out and bless the world. And so with this, I just give thanks. I give thanks for all that is happening. I give thanks for peace, for love, for joy, for wisdom, for divine right action. And I say thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, infinite presence. Thank you. And I invite you to join me in anchoring this prayer with the words, Ashe, Aho,
Oh,
Amen. And so it is.
Please join me now singing Holy Light of Love. Holy light of love. Holy light of love. Shining, shining. Holy light of love. Holy light of love, shine, shine, and when darkness falls upon, when the light shines from your heart, holy light of love, holy light of love, shine, shine, holy light of love. Holy light of love, shine, shine in the dark of this fire upon when the love shines from your heart. Holy light of love, holy light of love, holy light, holy light of love, holy light of love.
Well, we are talking this month about living a life of wonder through our homes. And home can kind of be a loaded word these days because anywhere you go, anywhere you drive, you see people without homes everywhere. And as we look at this month, as we look at home, we're going to look at it in a lot of different aspects, in a lot of different ways. And today we're looking at it as the starting place and ending place of our hero's journey. And so what do I mean by home? First of all, we can define that literally is a place where one lives. That is home. And metaphorically, it's a place that is wholly known and familiar. That heart-filled place where we feel safe and fully free to be our unvarnished selves, knowing we belong and that there is always unconditional love and acceptance. And I don't know about you, but the home that I grew up in was not the same as this metaphysical home that I just described to you. It was not a place of unconditional love and a place where I felt safe all the time or where I felt fully free to be myself. And part of our hero's journey is to get to that place, is to get from our literal home to that metaphorical home, to that place of peace that we arrive to inside. And it's a place that I personally have longed to arrive to. Someone that's perpetually awkward, like me. I always wanted to have a place where I felt, oh, it's okay to be me. It's okay to be me. And at the end of the journey, I found that that place really is a place that resides within me. As the sacred readings were kind of alluding to, is that our connection to spirit, our connection to God, our connection to ourselves is really within us. It's not connected to a place. So when I say hero's journey, I'm talking about like the journey of like Jesus or the Buddha or Muhammad, these great, grand, epic journeys. And yeah, it's hard to liken those journeys to our personal journeys. So we have a place where we examine the hero's journey in depth all the time. Turn on a TV, go to a movie. You see the hero's journey played out all the time because it's such an attractive notion to go from one place and to end up in another place with another state of mind, having lived, having grown, knowing something more about yourself than you knew when you started the journey. And so that brings to mind all kinds of modern day heroes, like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. Dorothy has a fantastic hero's journey. She starts at home, boring, drab, black and white home. It's home, but it's home. And she is whisked away. Oh, here's a bit of trivia for you. Who here knows Dorothy's last name? Gale. Isn't that cute? Dorothy Gale. So that's something for you. You can take that. That's free. You can take that away and you can impress your friends. But so Dorothy starts off. She is in her home and feeling it's boring and it's drab. Something happens, a tornado hits, and she's transported to a magical land. And the only thing that she wants to do is to get back home. Is to get back to where she belongs, get out of this weird, crazy place and make her journey home. And so she decides that is what she's going to do. And she sets off on this fantastic journey and where she learns things about herself. She meets friends. She is hoodwinked at a certain point. But at the end of the day, she winds up at home surrounded by her family with a renewed sense of appreciation for who she is, where she is, for her boring family and her boring home life. She is renewed at the end, and she's a different person. And that's what happens in our hero's journey. And there are two kinds of heroes. There is the dramatic hero that goes on a quest, our Don Quixotes, and of the world where big dramatic things happen. And then there is the other kind of hero, the comedic hero. That's the hero that I've always felt myself to be, the Gilligans of the world, the Mr. Beans of the world. And you may say, oh, these guys aren't heroes. But yes, they are heroes. They are heroes of their own shows because what happens at the opening of the show? Here's Gilligan. He's at it again. He's making mistakes. He's stumbling around. He's being a fly in the ointment to everyone. This is the story of Gilligan. And he has an adventure every week. And then what happens the next week? He's dusted off. He's renewed, and he's going at it again, making the exact same mistakes, doing the exact same thing as he always has. That is part of my life story. I've spent a lot of time as the comedic hero. And God is there with us in both phases. God is always picking us up, dusting us off, saying, okay, get back into the game. You're okay. You're all right. Get back in there. It isn't until we as individuals embark on this journey. And where does this come from? Where the growth actually occurs. Because when you're sitting there spinning your wheels, you're making the same mistakes over and over again. It's like, man, this happened to me again. Here I am again in the same place. I didn't want to be here, but here I am. Because there's something that we haven't learned. But once we decide to embark on that journey, then change happens. God also meets us there with help, with people, with happenstance and coincidence. And all of these little things that occur to help you along your journey. So, when does the hero journey begin? How can you tell if you're on it? How can you tell if you're getting ready to be on it? How can you engage and be and kick that hero's journey in and not be subject to, to life deciding it for you? Well, there's a couple of things that happen. First thing that happens before the journey is usually a call. A call. An irresistible call. A dream. Something that you want to do. Something that you want to achieve. And it's there in the back of your mind. And that's the funny thing about dreams is like you can say, I can't do that. That doesn't make the dream go away. That just kind of puts it in the background, but the dream is always there, saying, hey, we can do this. And you're like, oh, be quiet, dream. There's no way I can do that. Quiet. But no, our dreams are there, and they're irresistible. They always have a call. And so we set out and say, okay, we're going to do it. Most people here know that not too long ago, probably, oh gosh, it's over a decade ago, that I weighed 300 pounds. And that was, just how it was. And I had decided that, okay, I am going to start running. And I'm going to try and lose this weight. Well, you may think that in order to embark on your hero's journey, you have to be totally prepared. Totally prepared, I have to have total knowing, and I have to know everything that's happening, and then I can embark on my journey. Just like you're going to go to Hawaii or something. You do all the plans, and you go. Sometimes you don't have the luxury of all that preparation. Sometimes you're just set on a journey. Sometimes you're pushed on a journey. Sometimes you might not have a lot of faith in yourself as to whether you can achieve your dream. And I mentioned this running experience that I had because I had very little faith in my own ability to be able to run. I tried it before, failed miserably. I got a half block, got winded, and quit. And so I had that experience to call on. It was an attempt, and I failed. So I'm not meant to do it, right? But there was a little tiny bit in me that said, you know what, Dave, you could do this. You could do this. A little quiet voice, a mustard seed worth of faith that I had in myself. It wasn't like full, yeah, man, you go, do it. Like, well, maybe. And I tiptoed into it. And as soon as I did, Heather, in her divine wisdom, introduced me to somebody at work. Oh boy, God works just like that. I decide that this is something that I want to do. And then I meet someone that loves teaching that thing and had an unlimited amount of time to teach me. And so his name was Khalid Siddiqui, and he became my running coach. And we set off on our first run together. And he said, okay, I want you to run to that signpost and not stop. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll try it. He goes, okay, we'll go really slow. And so we went really slow, and we made it. And he said, okay, now I want you to run to that signpost, way at the end, that corner. It's like, oh, okay. So a little bit further, and then I did it. And I did a little bit further and a little bit further and a little bit further. The next thing I knew, I'm running 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I'm putting in more and more miles. I'm getting into races. I'm getting into this whole thing of running, this whole mindset of how to do it, because there's a way to do it. I didn't know. I thought you just got out there and ran. But there's a way to breathe. There's a way to approach these things. And all of this was revealed to me from my coach. And then I met other people that also joined in our little running group, and we all ran together on lunch. And this journey, in the midst of this journey, I lost over 100 pounds. It's amazing and it's gratifying to know that God is our constant companion. When you tell God, God, I can't, God says, I believe you, and gives you loads of can't. Gives you all kinds of evidence of why you can't, and will support your belief. That's what God does, supports our dreams, supports our beliefs with manifestation. So if you believe that you can't, God will manifest can't. If you believe that you can, God will manifest can. It's that simple. It doesn't seem like it, but yes, it is that simple. It's a practice of relying on God to support your dream. So, when you heed the call, God comes in to support. Now, this world needs heroes. And you may look at yourself, I'm not a hero. You are a hero. Just like the affirmation said, you are the hero of your own journey. You are the star of your own movie. It is all about you. And the world needs you. The world needs people to follow their dreams, to achieve their dreams. Because what happens after you do that? After I got kind of good at running and I found this power within myself, the next thing that I wanted to do was tell somebody about it, was share with someone else. Oh, look what I did. Look what I learned. You can do it too. Oh, I can't do that. Yes, you can. I become a tool of the divine. I become a catalyst in people's lives just by believing in them. And I believe in them based on the fact that, look at what I found out about myself. And it becomes a wonderful gift that you can give again and again and again. Yesterday, we had our Rise and Speak presentation. And if you don't know what Rise and Speak is, it is a program that a friend of the center, Mitch Austin, runs. It's a workshop where he takes, where people come in with their life story, a story that they want to tell about their life. And he helps them hone that into a presentation, into a 15-minute presentation. He's chiseling off all the bad stuff to reveal a wonderful, beautiful story, a journey. And I love going to these. And the workshop culminates in a presentation at the end of the 6 or 7 weeks that of preparation that the students do. And then the students each present the story that they've worked on. And it's amazing to see, and I've been to a couple of these, is to see everybody a hero's journey. They had a plan, they set off on their journey, and they figured, okay, I know everything that's going to happen. I know what's in front of me. I know where I'm going to wind up. And they go in there with a plan, and the plans are shattered, blown up. But what remains is even better than they had imagined, even deeper than they had ever hoped for. And as we examine our lives and our own personal journeys and our plans and things that we set out to do and what actually occurred, we can really pull that out of our own lives. I can definitely see it in my life, where the plans that I set out, this great journey that I had planned, just completely went to crap. But oh, blessed crap. Because I never would have chosen what happened, and what happened was exactly what I needed. So it was very apt that we had that presentation yesterday, because it just filled me with such inspiration. And each one of these people, as a result of their journey, and some of these journeys were difficult, were hard, dealing with our families and dealing with death of loved ones, things that we would never really choose, but having survived them led to such growth that we become a beacon, a light for other people. We're all going through something. Everyone. I'm going through something, and all of us are going through something. And as we make this journey, we need each other. We need heroes in our lives. And we need to be heroes for each other. So, as a result of this trauma or whatever happened, they don't close up and say, oh, I'm never going to love again. Most of the time, it resulted in, wow, I have the power to love way more than I thought. I have the power to do way more than I ever thought that I could. And it's because of this hero's journey, this journey from our literal home to our metaphorical home. And when you reach that metaphorical home, no one can move you out of it. It is always with you. That sense, that heart-filled place where you feel safe and fully free to be your unvarnished self, knowing you belong, and that there's always unconditional love and acceptance, that resides here. It's not a physical place, it's a state of mind. So that is the first examination of home. Our physical home, our metaphorical home. This metaphorical home you can have if you don't even have a physical home. If you don't have somewhere to be permanently, you can carry with you that unconditional love. And it's there. I know it. Because God is. And we are. So, is there a place of peace and acceptance within you? Yes. Is there a place of power within you that knows that you can do whatever you set out to do, that you can achieve your dreams? Yes, there is. So, for our home play today, look at where you are. Examine your life. Notice the journey that you are on right now. And no matter what fears, doubts may come up, I can't face this, I'm not strong enough, I'm not young enough, I'm not smart enough. I'm here to tell you that you are. You can achieve anything you set your mind out to because you have God helping you at all times. Go through the journey of your life and see how many fortunate events happened that help bring you to right now. You get that help from a stranger. You read that article, just happened to fall into your lap. You see that thing on TV that says, hey, oh, wow, that was just what I was thinking. Help comes in from all different areas. And as you know that you are loved and supported by God, love and support flood your way. And a way is made. And I just had it proven to me 5 times over last night. listening to the stories, the amazing stories of survival, of hope, of achievement, of overcoming adversity. We all have those stories. Every single one of us. So, for our home play, believe. That is our task today. Believe in an all-powerful God. Believe in a God that is with you at all times, and believe in a God that makes our beliefs real. And so what will happen as we believe? We will see it in our lives. We will get just what we need, exactly when we need it. And God's love will come shining through. And as we believe this about ourselves, another thing that we can do is believe it about each other. Thoughts are things. As we believe in each other, there's energy there. There's power there. There's so many things that I would not have embarked upon in my life if my wife did not believe in me. If I came to her with a dream and said, hey, I got this dream. And she said, oh, no, Dave, you can't do that. I'd be like, oh, you know what, you're right. And I let the dream go into the back of my mind and never pursue it again. But when someone shares their dream with you, when someone honors you by sharing their dream, believe in them. Respond with the honor, respond to that honor with your belief in them. It's the least you can do. And it is so powerful. So believe in yourself, believe in each other, and support each other's dreams. Let's go inside now. Inside to that heart-filled place where we feel safe and fully free to be our unvarnished selves. Our beautiful, powerful, unvarnished selves. And let us know that in this place, there is an unlimited supply of unconditional love, grace, unmerited favor. Unmerited because we don't have to do anything to deserve it. It is our birthright. The love of God is ours. The support of God is ours. And it is from this place that I declare that there is one spirit, one guide, one consciousness. And this one is everything. Every person, every plant, every molecule of existence carries God with it. It is because God is all there is. And I am made of God's stuff. I know that all I need on my hero's journey, I possess now. Everything that I need everything that I need physically, everything that I need emotionally, everything that I need spiritually. I know that I already possess. And as I know this about myself, it is only true because I know this about you, about every single person here, about every person that is listening to us online, every person that is walking up and down the street here in this wonderful town. I know this about everyone in California, the United States, the Western Hemisphere. Well, heck, I know this about the world. There is no spot where God is not. And so I know that God resides in every single being, and that we all enjoy the birthright of grace and power and wisdom and joy and beauty. So as I face my journey today, as I face subsequent journeys, I know with each journey that I'm closer to God, that I'm closer to knowing unconditional love, that I'm closer to being able to spread that love throughout the world. Each journey brings me closer to everything. And so I'm grateful to know this. I'm grateful to believe it. I'm grateful to practice it. I'm grateful to proclaim it. And I release these words, knowing that as soon as I do, they are acted upon by a loving universe that only says yes. So if yes is the answer, and I decide the question, how much more can God do for me? How much more can God do in the world? The answer is yes, 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 more, more, more. And so let us all release these words with confidence, knowing that God is working right now on everything that we've just proclaimed with the words, and so it is. So something in your eyes makes me want to lose myself, makes me want to lose myself in your arms. Nothing in your voice makes my heart beat fast. Hope this feeling lasts for the rest of my life. If you knew how lonely my life has been, and how low I felt for so long. If you knew
how I wanted someone to come along and change my world the way you've done. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I come from. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm all the way back where I come from.
A window breaks down a long dark street, and the sound wails in the night.
That's alright, 'cause I have you here with me. And I can almost see through the darkness night. If you knew how much this moment means to me, how long I've waited for your touch. If you knew how I feel making me, I never thought I'd never know so. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm on the way back where I come from. Feels like home to me. Feels like home to me. Feels like I'm on the way back where I come from. Feels like home to me. Where I
That's hard to do without crying.
I know. I was gonna say, it was so sweet. Oh, thank you, Erica and Billy. Well, we are a center that believes and observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing. And we call it conscious, committed, and structured giving. And there are many ways to give and expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering. We have volunteer positions available if you just really want to help. And if helping is part of your journey, could be, hey, I will always dream to volunteer at CSL Center. We're making a way for you. We've got a lot of things coming up. We've got this wonderful cabaret that is happening here. We're going to have our full lights, and it's going to be a show. And we've even got a spotlight. It's going to follow our singers around. So I'm so excited. So again, we need volunteers for that. Volunteers for potluck. We need your assistance. So that is one way to give. Another way to give is through your time, or it's through your talents, through participation. And we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. It's not just an inherent greatness of a few or a couple of people or some chosen people that heard the right words at the right moment. Your inherent greatness, it lies within all of us. We're all great. So every quarter, we share a portion of our tithe to a different local organization. We tithe to our mother church, the Centers for Spiritual Living, and we also break off some for our local group. This month, our National Alliance on Mental Health, NAMI, this organization provides resources, and it's an international organization, but we're talking about supporting the YOLO chapter. And it is an organization that helps assist people experiencing mental health, people that love people that are experiencing mental health. So resources for families, for kids, for adults, it's all there. And if you've ever dealt with mental health, the one thing that you need, whether you're a family member or you're a person experiencing it, is some assistance, is some loving help. And that is what NAMI does, and that is why we're giving to them this quarter, this final quarter of the year. So there are many ways to give. You can text to give, which is quite simple, and you set it up one time and then you can just always give that way. It's very easy. You can use PayPal. That is our PayPal. Oh, that's our text to give number. I forgot to advance that. So you can text to give here. You can use PayPal. This is our PayPal address. And you can also send a good old-fashioned check or money order to CSL Davis, P.O. Box 1361, Davis, California. So there are many ways to do this. So now that we know why we give and we know how to give, let's enter into that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. And I invite you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that sacred divine energy of circulation. And say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
My source, God is my God. God gives me everything I want. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I want. God is my source. God is my God. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Oh, we bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given according to the law of circulation, it returns to us, full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks. We let it be so, and so it is. And this is the first Sunday of the month. You know what that means? We need to celebrate all of our beautiful November babies out there. We got any November babies out there? Well, no November birthdays. Well, if there aren't any in the house or online, I know that you know and love someone that was born in November. Oh, we got one right there. You are now the recipient of all of our love. I hope you can handle it. So, in order to celebrate your birthdays, Elizabeth is here to sing us a birthday song. Yeah.
Okay, well, okay.
You go ahead and sing. I'm going to try to jump.
So God danced the day you were born. The angels did the boat to Gabriel's home. God danced the day you were born. Grateful for the gift of you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. So we want to let the children know, the children that are here, there's one, and the children that inside, and the children that are coming here. We want to say to you that we love you. We are here for you. And we're glad you're here. All right. Oh, geez, I forget how squeamish I was about being pointed out. You know, it's amazing how you forget that about yourself, but then you're willing to do that to someone else. I don't know. So my apologies for that. So remember, we believe in the power of prayer. We believe in the power of connection. We believe that we are eternally connected to God and we're eternally connected to each other. So that connection has power. It has power when we pray. It has power when we know and believe anything. So we want to give you the power of prayer today. Please, if you are working on something, if you're in the middle of your journey and you're at that weird point in the journey where you don't know if you're going to make it or not, and you need a refresher, you need to know how whole, perfect, and complete you are. Our practitioners are trained to know that about you, to explain that about you, and to apply that about you. So please avail yourself to a practitioner or a reverend. Our practitioner's right there, and we have a lovely little area over here off to the side where we can sit and talk and pray and just talk about how wonderful you are. So who wants to do that? Lastly, we have fellowship. Downstairs in the fellowship hall, we've got goodies, we've got coffee. There's a pool table down there. I think there's a foosball table if anybody likes foosball. And we have fellowship and good time. So come downstairs and chit chat with us over a scone or something. So if you have mobility issues, there is a I call it a lift. It's not exactly an elevator, but it is a conveyance that will get you from this floor down to the basement level into the fellowship hall. So please join us for fellowship afterward, after our final song and benediction. So let's do it.
All right, stand up. Let's be go last. Go on the hero's journey. We should expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed. Look forth on your journey wherever you go and know that you are never on a journey alone. God is with you, informing you, helping you, assisting you, embracing you, encouraging you. Know that God loves you. And so it is.